Welcome to an exciting new discovery in the world of space exploration. NASA has just released a stunning video of Venus that's sure to take your breath away. This video was captured by a spacecraft that's currently orbiting the planet and has provided us with a never-before-seen view of our closest planetary neighbor. In this video, we're going to take a closer look at this surprising footage and explore what it reveals about Venus and its mysterious atmosphere. The most extreme planet. In the early years of the space age, astronomers' knowledge of Venus was very scarce. They were limited by the most general facts, such as the planet is slightly smaller than Earth in size, and its surface is constantly hidden by thick clouds. What is under them remains the subject of speculation. Therefore, the missions to Venus were a flight into the unknown. Alas, but the first apparatuses that visited the planet shattered the dreams of space romantics. The data they collected showed that it has a very hot and dense atmosphere and is completely different from the young Earth. The final point was set by the Soviet mission Venera 7 in 1970. Its lander became the first Earth messenger that managed to survive the launch and reach the surface. Venera 7 indicated that the temperature in the landing area exceeded 450 degrees Celsius and the atmospheric pressure was 90 atmospheres, that is, at a depth of 900 meters. These data finally buried all hopes of finding life on Venus. How to photograph Venus. The next step in studying Venus was to take pictures of its surface. Fortunately, measurements of the light level showed that it is comparable to a cloudy day on Earth. This means that we can take photos on Venus. But how exactly to take photos in such extreme conditions? It was clear that if the camera was placed outside the protective shell, then the enormous pressure and temperature would destroy it. Therefore, engineers placed a telephoto meter inside the lander. Through a special porthole, light from the surface got to the periscope device, which then sent it to the camera. It turned out to be a good solution. In 1975, the Soviet Venera 9 and Venera 10 spacecraft transmitted the first ever black and white panoramas of the planet. Interestingly, before some scientists had suggested that due to the enormous pressure on the surface, there would be an effect of such powerful refraction that all Venera landers would be able to photograph themselves. According to another opinion, the surface of the planet could be completely hidden by a haze. Soviet the probe. An unmanned Soviet spacecraft made a soft landing on Venus today and sent back to Earth the first photograph taken from the surface of another planet. The photograph showed rocks and smooth boulders strewn around the landing site. The spacecraft also relayed data on the thick cloud cover, atmosphere, and soil characteristics of the Earth's nearest planetary neighbor. After a 4-and-a.5-month journey of 186 million miles, the landing vehicle functioned for 53 minutes on the surface of Venus, according to the official announcement distributed by the Soviet press agency TASS. It was not made clear whether the automated probe, named Venera 9, had gone dead after that time, but that was the implication. Nor was it known whether Soviet scientists, having obtained transmissions from two previous probes for 23 and 50 minutes, had hopes that this time their spacecraft would prove more durable. Hostile environment. The surface of Venus is one of the most hostile environments in which man has sent one of his machines to work. Venera 9 reported the temperature at 905 degrees Fahrenheit, more than twice the melting point of tin. At that temperature, conventional radio circuitry would disintegrate, the paper would burst into flame, and it is conceivable that pools of molten lead would be encountered. The probe also recorded atmospheric pressure at 911 times that of the Earth at cell level. Soviet scientists were portrayed by the press as ecstatic over the landing, especially the unexpectedly clear photograph transmitted. The afternoon edition of Izvestia printed the picture on its front page and ran an interview with Boris V. Nepoklinov, a scientist who marveled at the sharp-edged angular rocks. Even the moon does not have such rocks, he was quoted as saying. We thought there couldn't be rocks on Venus, they would all be annihilated by erosion, but here they are with edges not blunted. This picture makes us reconsider all our concepts of Venus. According to the TASS announcement, the spacecraft separated into two parts, the descent vehicle and the orbiting satellite, last Saturday before the leading craft entered the atmosphere of Venus. The satellite was placed in an elliptical orbit around the planet, coming at one point within 932 miles of the surface. The satellite takes 2 days to make one orbit of Venus. The landing vehicle then began its descent, parachuting onto the surface. After the parachute system was deployed, TASS said, the landing craft made a study of the Venusian atmosphere on the way down. The information was transmitted to the orbiting satellite for relay to Soviet ground stations. Using what TASS termed an aerodynamic braking system, the probe put down on Venus at 1:13 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time and continued functioning for 53 minutes. Venera 9 is the third Soviet spacecraft to make a soft landing on Venus. The two others, Venera 7 and 8, landed in December 1970 and July 1972, and were also transmitted for only short times. Another Venus probe, Venera 10, is scheduled to arrive at the planet within the next few days. Under the existing Soviet-American agreements on cooperation in space exploration, the United States will receive Soviet data resulting from its planetary probes. The United States, in turn, gives its data to the Soviets. The close-range exploration of Venus has been left exclusively to the Soviet Union since the United States has concentrated on the manned lunar landings and the unmanned probes to Mars and other parts of the solar system. Every picture from Venus' surface, ever. Only 4 spacecraft have ever returned images from Venus' surface. The world next door doesn't make it easy, with searing heat and crushing pressure that quickly destroy any lander. In 1975 and 1982, 4 of the Soviet Union's Venera probes captured our only images of Venus' surface. The Veneras, which means Venus in Russian, scanned the surface back and forth to create panoramic images of their surroundings. They revealed yellow skies and cracked, desolate landscapes that were both alien and familiar, views of a world that may have once been like Earth before experiencing catastrophic climate change. Ted Strick, a philosophy professor at Roane State Community College in Oak Ridge, Tennessee, specializes in reconstructing images from early space missions. Using data from the Russian Academy of Sciences, he has over time reconstructed the best possible versions of the original Venera panoramas. Venus surface panorama from Venera 9. This 1975 panorama from the Soviet Union's Venera 9 probe includes the first images ever taken from the surface of another planet. Venus surface panorama from Venera 10. The Soviet Union's Venera 10 probe captured this panorama of Venus's surface in 1975. Venus surface panorama from Venera 13 front camera. The Soviet Union's Venera 13 probe captured 2 color panoramas of Venus's surface in 1982. This panorama came from the front camera. Venus surface panorama from Venera 13 rear camera. The Soviet Union's Venera 13 probe captured 2 color panoramas of Venus's surface in 1982. Venus surface panorama from Venera 14 front camera. The Soviet Union's Venera 14 probe captured 2 color panoramas of Venus's surface in 1982. Venus surface panorama from Venera 14 rear camera. The Soviet Union's Venera 14 probe captured 2 color panoramas of Venus's surface in 1982. In conclusion, this surprising video of Venus is a testament to the incredible progress that we've made in space exploration. With the help of advanced technology and dedicated scientists, we're able to uncover new insights and discoveries about the universe around us. While there's still much to learn about Venus, this video has provided us with an unprecedented view of the planet that will undoubtedly fuel future research and exploration. We're excited to see what other surprises await us in the vast expanse of space. Thank you for watching.